What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Live with Brandon Blaney podcast. We switched the lives over. I wanted to spend some time talking about Team USA, of course, men's and women's squads, but also, Team USA's 3v3 squad took a L, ended up winning the bronze medal, which is a failure by any standards in USA basketball. And a topic that came up a lot in the last live I wanted to chop it up about with you guys is the fact that there could have been some other alternatives on this team that may have fit better and delivered a gold medal. Caitlin Clark's name was mentioned, and I want to hear from you guys. Do y'all think her game fits the 3v3 style, the fast-paced, wide-open game that it is, shortened floor? People mentioned the turnovers. People mentioned the long threes that could be potential misses. Would she shoot them out of games? It's a smaller floor, less time to decide, a very much shorter shot clock, less time to make decisions, less time to make reads, to read the floor, just less time. But I want to know what y'all think. Short answer: Bible Boy says no, no sir, would not work. Bible Boy, tell me why. Is it the turnovers that you're worried about? It's definitely a faster paced game. It's a faster paced game. It definitely is, and turnovers are so much more crucial. So much more crucial just because of the fact that you have way less possessions. It's way less possession, so missed shots and turnovers are crucial. It's less time. There's not 4 quarters of play. You're playing a 21 or you're playing the length of 1 quarter. Missed shots can kill you. We saw that with Ron Howard. I mean, this group started 0-3, y'all. 0-3. Ended up winning 5 straight, made a run, got put out of the knockout rounds. Ended up with the bronze medal. I know a name that I threw out that I thought would have been an elite pick for this team. Rickea Jackson, man. She definitely should have got a hard look for this team, and I hope she will for the 2028 Olympics. I think on offense she could be effective. I think they would put her through pick and roll hell. I mean, we saw Haley Van Lith getting exposed out there. I would say Clark is a much better defender, and she's also bigger. So if she does get switched off something like that, there's potential at 6 foot. She could hold her own to some degree. But yeah, I mean, there's not much room to hide defensively there. There's definitely not much room to hide. Like, if you cannot guard, you will get put on an island in 3v3. It's man to man or woman to woman. No zone being played. And this is a much. I feel like you have to understand too. 3v3. Just because you're good at 5v5 does not mean you would be good 3v3. It is a totally different game, guys. If you haven't seen it, it is a totally different game. I mean, Team USA was losing the players that are not in the WNBA. Like, these are just players that were very good at 3v3 basketball. I like what you said about Carter. Yeah, I mean, by the way, her first step, elite. They would not be able to keep her out of the paint one-on-one. They would not be able to keep her out of the paint one-on-one. She would be a blow by waiting to happen. Have her, have Alicia Gray, have Rickea Jackson. Aaliyah Boston would be great. Somebody mentioned her in the last live. Like, Aaliyah Boston would be good as well. Absolutely. Like, there was definitely different routes they could have went. I must say. There's definitely different routes. Welcome in. If you are just joining, welcome to the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast, where I am your host, Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV. Kelsey Mitchell fits better, in my opinion, than Clark, especially in like an ISO, and she's quick getting the ball off. I'm not disagreeing there. Kelsey Mitchell, Kennedy Carter would be elite. I think Alicia Gray would be really good on in a 3v3 setting. I mean, all these players, that just shows you. That definitely just shows you that they could have went a lot of different ways. That shows you for sure they failed. Like they could have expanded the search for this roster. Because yeah, those are all the players that we're naming could have really contributed to this squad. And I mean, that's no disrespect to Sierra Burdick. She's been around and she's won a lot. I think she was a key factor for this group. But I mean, Ryan Howard was pretty bad. She did hit some clutch shots, but man, I mean, at the beginning of the tournament, she looked out of shape. She was missing a lot of open shots. She looked like she didn't dang near want to be there. Rickea Hamby was probably the most consistent player. And then you had Haley Van Lith. Her and Burdick competed with the team the previous year and won gold. So, of course, they weren't a part of this team. But the search could have been expanded. Welcome in, everybody. I think they overestimated the USA talent and underestimated the other countries' talent. Yeah. I mean, the defense that was being played by Spain and Canada and Latvia, oh my goodness. They were an entire issue out there, man. They were absolutely an entire issue out there. Team USA looked so uncomfortable at times. I mean, there were so many other players they could have looked at. The turnovers, the missed shots, it was bad. Howard and Hamby had to get in 3v3 shape and the heat and banging. It drains players. Yeah, playing outside, and if you've hooped before, indoors or outdoors, like there is a huge difference. There is a huge difference in playing indoors and outdoors. Period. There's a major difference. They definitely had to get in shape. And I mean, we talking about a team that started 0-3, y'all. 0-3. SC Bread, welcome in, welcome in. Kennedy Carter can be stopped. It's just the vendors playing her isn't anyone good. Bro, Kennedy Carter in 3v3 would be dang near impossible to guard. I feel like Kennedy Carter would be dang near impossible to guard in 3v3. One-on-one on an island? I mean, Haley Van Lith was getting blown by. She was hooping. I could only imagine what Kennedy Carter would have been doing. I think Haley Van Lith is playing her way into the WNBA. I think she's in for a huge season with TCU after I saw what I saw. That might have been the only benefit of this team. The only bright spot really was the fact that, a college player stepped up and played big. And she helped us remind us who she is. But there were definitely other players to consider. And Team USA got a bronze. That is a fail. That is a fail, without a doubt. play on an all-star team. Yes, 3-3 is still an all-star team. They got to play much more time together. I think that team would be much better and could win a gold. Okay, okay. I mean, it's a quick turnaround. And then you got to remember, too, we saw the impact of Cameron Brink not being in this lineup, how it affected them. That was a key cog. She won MVP of the last tournament they were in. That was a big loss. That was a huge loss, man. Cameron Brink's length and versatility was very much so missed. Absolutely. My voice says I do not like Haley Van Lith after what Clark did to her in the Final Four. Can't get over that. Yo, she was out there getting cooked. Gotta call it how it is. I mean, the way they started Timothy, it is really a miracle that they met. It's definitely dang near a miracle that they met. Can you make a WNBA draft 2025, please? Joshua, I got you. I got you. Yeah, we can definitely make that happen. I got you. Look at the games Kenny Carter played against the Gamecocks women's basketball. She definitely wasn't the same player, though, I feel like. She's gotten so much better. The USA was very close to playing for the gold. Yeah, yeah, they came up a little short, lost in OT. Lost in OT. Gregory, welcome in, welcome in. Haley Van Lith messed up going to LSU. At Louisville, she was a star. At LSU, she was a role player. Facts. She went from being the first option to the fifth option. I mean, we can't forget. She was out there putting in work, averaged 19.7 points per game at her last season at Louisville. She was one of the most deadliest scoring threats in the nation. Came to LSU, took a chance, wanted to be challenged, wanted to learn a new position for her to become a complete point guard, make that move from scoring guard to lead guard. Wanted to learn under one of the greatest college point guards of all time, in Kim Mulkey, and it absolutely didn't work out. But I think she's in for a big year at TCU. She needed that fresh start. HBL is going to be like the Jimmer. Yo, Jimmer is the man in 3v3, man. Hate that he got hurt. Yo, Robert, welcome in, welcome in. What's up, my guy? A 3v3 lifer. Yo, 3v3 basketball is heat, though, bro. I would not mind, if there's not already, I would not mind seeing a pro 3v3. That would be dope. Well, I mean, obviously, Ice Cube. My bad. I didn't mean to sleep on the big three like that. My bad. I meant more so for, like, women's. I think she definitely helped her draft stock. I feel like coming into the season with LSU, she was like a fringe pick on some draft boards, played herself completely out of the draft. I think she's given us some good things that we saw in this tournament, and she can have a big year at TCU. And she could find a way in there, but there's not a lot of 5'6" scoring guards in the WNBA. She definitely has that working against her, for sure. Yeah, man. But the bronze? Oh, the bronze unacceptable, yo. Not the bronze. I don't see Van Lith as a pro in the W. That's fair. I mean, the W is tough to make. The W is like the toughest pro league to make right now. Yeah, I agree though. I think she's gonna have a huge year. I think Haley Van Lith has a major year at TCU, man. I absolutely think she goes out there and balls this year and gets back in her bag. Haley Van Lith and CC played 5v5 FIBA together, one goal. Not sure of age group. CC has 3 goals and an MVP. Yeah. I believe it was 18U that they played together. Them and Paige Beckers all played together on that team. Yeah, they was cooking. Yo, Timothy, I completely agree. I don't know why Georgia Moore. That would be perfect for them. They got the bigs, they got the size. They need more playmakers. I completely agree. They definitely need more playmakers. Georgia Moore would be perfect. I think she's gonna flourish at Kentucky and be really good in the SEC. She could end up being the best point guard in the nation next year. Top 5, top 10 pick for sure in the draft. No way in hell she shouldn't be on Australia, man. Maybe she missed the tryouts. Yo, Vandine, welcome in, welcome in. Just joined They Can't Be on 3v3. FIBA has a rule that you have to earn ranking points playing in 3v3 events. So the Olympic team has to have one person in the top 10 ranking for your country. So if they get one, yo, I ain't gonna lie, SC. I'm not gonna lie. They absolutely are lucky to get that bronze. It still was a failure, but the way they started off, 0-3, nasty word. Nasty word. Yeah, man, that bronze medal is going in a storage unit never to be seen again. Bronze and USA basketball don't even go together. And the men didn't even medal. They got eliminated. There's just so many other directions they could have went for this team, man. I think Team USA dropped the ball. I think they dropped the ball. We saw this team struggle. Yo, I said the same thing about Georgia Moore. I said the same thing about her being a perfect fit for the Fever. I mean, she can guard. She's elite in the pick and roll. She can shoot the three. Yeah, Georgia Moore is talented, man. I thought she was going to come out of the draft. I thought Nika Mule was going to stay at UConn and Georgia Moore was going to go pro. But they ended up doing the opposite. Yeah, 3v3 dropped the ball. Men's and women's, they both squads dropped the ball. I don't think we sent our best there. Shout out to Sierra Burdick. Shout out to Haley Van Lith, who won gold over the summer with this same team. Well, it wasn't the same team because Dear Hamby and Ron Howard weren't on the team. I think they really missed Cameron Brink as well. The Cameron Brink injury was huge. She was the MVP. She was the MVP going into that tournament they played in last year. She was dominant. She was dominant, man. They missed her length. They missed her shot blocking. And you could tell. I mean, her mobility, and it's no disrespect to Dearica Hamby, because she absolutely was the most consistent player on the team. And Sierra Burdick, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to her being a leader. She's earned her spot with the 3v3 program. And she's a former volunteer as well. Yeah, man. Yeah, HBL. Hey, she played good. She stepped up, man. She really stepped up for this squad. They needed her to be aggressive when they needed big shots. Ron Howard was cold. Haley Van Lith came in shooting. She came up with some big assists late in the game. What do you think about the Twins going to Tennessee women's basketball? I missed that one, SC. I'm about to get back to you. I love AT because when teams play physical, she like okay and starts trucking people like she's Marshawn Lynch. Yeah, she's definitely got that beast mode about her. She's definitely got that beast mode about her. You are not trying to go heads up with AT at all. But yeah, Brink was a huge loss for this squad, man. She was definitely a major loss for this squad. Her length, her versatility, being able to stretch the floor, hit threes, block shots. She covers so much ground, man. If Alyssa Thomas had 3 level scoring, she'd be the best player in the WNBA right now. I don't disagree. She got 2 torn labrums out there, can't shoot a jumper, and is still out there dominating. Would have been interesting rookie of the year race if Cam hadn't got hurt. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think her defense really sets her apart from the rest of this bunch. She had already proven from the jump that she was one of the best shot blockers in the entire league. Cameron Brink was severely missed on this 3v3 team. Absolutely. Tyler Shea, welcome in, welcome in. Guys, if this is your first time, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for all the latest and the greatest with the Live with Brandon Blakey podcast. I'm your host, Brandon Blakey, aka Brandon Lee TV. I heard Deasia Fair is going to Israel to play. Okay. So we got Celeste Taylor out there in Australia. We got Deasia Fair possibly in Israel. I don't know what's going on over there, but hopefully she will be okay. Yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying, Ty. Yeah, it's dangerous right now out that way. Definitely is. That's 2 players I think can help WNBA teams, though, and that's what gets me excited about expansion. Because players like Celeste Taylor, Deasia Fair, Destiny Henderson, other players will have more opportunities to make a roster. But yeah, they should have expanded that pool with 3v3, man. We talking about Team USA getting a bronze. A bronze in the Olympics. In any form of basketball. That's unacceptable. I think Cam Brink fouling is similar to Caitlin Clark's turnover. It's going to happen with the way they play basketball. I mean, but we saw her in that 3v3 situation, in that environment. Her timing was impeccable. She was MVP for this team and the whole tournament the last time they did 3v3. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Emma Bestman, nothing to play with. Belgium has the size, they got to make shots. Australia has the size, they need guard play. Absolutely. And to be honest with y'all, Team USA better not sleep on Nigeria. They better not sleep on Nigeria, man. You talking about a team that's playing free right now, that's playing great basketball, competitive, very well coached, athletic, can play fast, can make shots, really defends. Like they are the sleeper right now. Do not sleep on Nigeria. Do you think this should be the last year for Diana Rossi on the Olympic team? Yeah, absolutely. She's done. We've seen her and Chelsea Gray get benched. Taurasi, I don't even think should have been on the team this year, to be honest with you. And we're seeing why. I mean, she's really brought nothing on the court to benefit this squad. I think, with Chelsea Gray being benched, the only true point guard on this squad, they definitely could have used Caitlin Clark with this group. Yeah, Taurasi, man, I don't think that spot should have went to her, Tom. I think that Golden State team is going to be good. I think the WNBA should give them their number one overall pick, and it's perfect they get their point in Paige and can build around her. Facts, and Paige been killing it, signing an NIL deal with Unrivaled, the basketball league started by Breonna Stewart and Nafisa Collier. She's going to be a part owner as well as playing in that league along with the WNBA, and also got the Nike GT colorway deal as well. Shout out Paige, man. She's set up to be one of the next faces in the WNBA and period, to be honestly. Yeah, man. A lot of great storylines. Lots of great storylines. What we talking, Chad? What we talking? Yeah, the Golden State team, they definitely got to get them a chance. You know, they're going to get players that are untouched or, that aren't on that untouchable list. They should get a good draft pick. You know, I know they're not just going to give them the first pick, but it would be a nice courtesy to see Paige out there. Depending on who gets it, though, it could be Kiki Raven as well, who's projected to go number one. But Paige, if you're launching a franchise, you need a very marketable player. Beckers would be elite out there in Cali for sure. That was the hardest medal that was won. That team will never forget. They will work harder for the next tournament. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Starting 0-3, it was looking like they were about to be eliminated. They came back, won five straight, lost a tough game in OT to fight for the gold medal. They were so close, y'all. This team showed resiliency. They showed a lot of heart, courage, and a respect. Is Celeste already off the Mercury? I know they signed her to a hardship contract. I believe it was a 10-day. I haven't seen any news saying that they renewed it. Look, they should have been giving the Young Bucks a chance. Reese and CC and others would have done better than old school. Michelle, welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Yeah, man. I think they could have definitely expanded the pool for this 3v3 team. I mean, it was kind of a bad sign when we saw them struggling with the select team. Because Cody McMahon and Michaela Williams was giving them all types of problems. We kind of saw the holes before they even left for Paris, to be honest with y'all, during WNBA All-Star Weekend. DT, this is her farewell tour. I'm not mad with her being on the team. She is going to have some more good moments during the Olympics. I guess we'll see. They said the team is not about choosing pedigree and marketability, but there's no way Diana Taurasi is one of the best 12 players in the league. But I mean, she's bringing leadership, and sometimes that's invaluable. So, but she did get benched. I mean, she has not been playing well. I love Messiman and Johannes. They both played with that European swagger. Facts. Just fundamental, crafty. Not gonna be over athletic, but can definitely catch you off guard if you sleep. Messman comes back to the W. Who do you think would pick her up, and is she a starter? Somebody said the Fever should trade Melissa Smith and pick her up Messman. Um, I mean, she would help a lot of teams. She would help Dallas. She would help Chicago. She would help a lot of teams. She could help Washington right now for sure without Atlanta Deladon. Yep, absolutely, Bible Boy. Toronto coming the year after next. They are definitely. Hey, Toronto loves their basketball. We see how they got behind the Raptors. I think that was a great pick for them for citywide. Do you think Team USA has Jackie in the mindset of leaving Vegas? I don't think she gets the respect she deserves, and you can see that in there with where she in the rotation. It's time for her to leave. Where would you like to see her go? Where would you like to see Jackie Young go? She's definitely good enough to be most teams' first option. She could definitely help a lot of teams, and she could definitely secure a bag. But she fits Vegas very well. I think she gets the shine there. She's consistently an all star. She's on the Olympic team. She shined in the last game for Team USA. She's been struggling, but if she wanted to leave, I mean, she would have every right to do so. She's won 2 rings. She's developed there. She's gotten better every year, and she's a player that could easily average over 20. Do you think DT will retire? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, she's winding down. She's not having a bad year this year, though. She's definitely, been solid for the Mercury. She's played a lot better in the W than she has with the Olympic team, for sure. DT's still a legend, all respect to her. But yeah, I think that, man, it's getting to be her last hoorah. Yeah, both teams, men's and women's, have both blown out every opponent by double digits. But it's really up until Jackie Young breaking out their last game against Germany, guys. It's really been the Breonna Stewart and Asia Wilson show. Like the guards have really let this team down for the most part. I gotta be honest. Do you think Melissa Smith is good? Sometimes she's a bit one dimensional. She's good on offense. She's a very talented scorer. She's a talented rebounder. Her defensive awareness might be one of the worst in the league that I've ever seen. But yeah, Melissa Smith is a quality player. I don't care about how much accolades Paige Beckers gets. Sakima Walker has 1 championship. Snipe Vega has 2. How many does Paige have? Paige might get that first one this year. I ain't gonna hold you. South Carolina is the favorite. They are the champs, so they aren't the champs no more. But UConn got an absolute mob coming back. They are South Carolina's biggest threat, followed by USC and Juju, followed by UCLA, followed by Texas, followed by Notre Dame, in my humble opinion. But UConn is returning an absolute mob, and I made a video. Y'all go check it out. They will play South Carolina this year in February, and I broke down that matchup. Y'all go check out that video. Jack made a steal. She's a dog. She is an absolute dog. And she's gotten to be a really reliable defender as well. ET said she wanted the 6th goal so she would have one more than Sue Bird. Personally, I think it hurts her legacy more than anything, and her stats are showing it. Facts. Facts, Gregory. Facts. Will or should this be her last season? It absolutely should be her last season. She's not playing bad with the Mercury at all. She's having a solid season. She's had some big games, but yeah. I mean, it's time for her to call it quits, in my opinion. I agree with what Gregory said. It seems like right now it's hurting her legacy more than it's helping it at this point. Melissa Smith has a very good game. She brings that energy. Man, when she's locked in for sure. Bible Boy says that's Cap. Smith is not good. Hey, Bible Boy's calling Cap. Yo, Maryland did an incredible job in the transfer portal. They did an incredible job. I think Sailor Poffenbarger from Arkansas is going to be tremendous for them. Yeah, Maryland did their thing in the portal. Shout out. Yeah, they added some dogs. They definitely did. Yeah, and I got some college content up, man. If y'all want to go check it out, head over. Definitely got y'all covered on the college content as well. You know the vibe. Hey, and Bible Boy ain't got no love for Nelissa Smith. Sheesh. Tell me how you really feel. Man, she's had some big games, and I gotta say, she did lock up Stewie when they beat the Lith. She definitely did. I'm just saying. Yo, yeah, South Carolina is definitely the team to beat. South Carolina is definitely still the team to beat. This team has no real weaknesses. I said it all season last year. Adding Miriam Dowda, a three-point shooting big, adds another element, gives Don Staley another toy to play with. They brought everybody back but Camila Cardoso. Fagan, Ashlyn Watkins will handle that. Chloe Kitts been working on that perimeter skill. We could see her playing some three. Joyce Edwards could be the best prospect to come through there since Asia Wilson. I mean, Malaysia Full Wiley could be in that Player of the Year conversation potentially next year. Who you think is better right now, Paige or Juju? I'm rocking with Juju. I'm rocking with Juju personally. I'm rocking with Juju right now. Who do you have for the quarters in women? Look, I'm not sleeping on Australia. I think they have a really good path. I, of course, Team USA will be there. They will have something to say. And then, like, from there, Belgium, I definitely think they get there. But it's a toss up with some games, man. I'm not sleeping on Nigeria. I mean, they are the best story in the women's side right now. But I like Australia. I like Belgium. I was surprised at how many threes Japan knocked down. Like, there are some good teams, man. Germany has a good bunch. I like Germany also, to be honest. They have a good bunch. I like that they had good guard play. They have a number one scoring option. I think South Carolina will struggle to adjust without a dominant post. South Carolina always has a dominant post, but not this year. Their guards will be a lot easier to guard because of that. I mean, I think Ashlyn Watkins and Sanaya Fagan take that next step. I think it's going to be dominant by committee. I think it's definitely going to be dominant by committee. But they also will be able to shoot the three really well. Smith be playing Marco Polo in her head on the court. Man, I'm telling you, she has like the worst defensive awareness I've ever seen. She be looking so lost. Yeah, Ashlyn Watkins, I think, is going to be a star next year for sure. We saw her shine whenever Camilla missed those games. Watkins really stepped it up and averaged a double double through those 4 games. Zakima definitely has size and she's been around. I think Fagan is going to be an X factor for them down low. Don't forget Texas and Oklahoma is now. Yeah, Tamia Gardner, I'm excited to see. In the SEC, I don't see anyone going undefeated. Now, the SEC is going to be tough, man. Texas did their thing in the transfer portal. They also get Rory Harmon back. Madison Booker's a stud. Like, Texas is going to be really good. LSU should be better, in my opinion. I like what they did, adding a lot of backcourt firepower, a lot of depth. They going to need Del Rosario to stop looking confused out there and get it together. Yeah, SEC is going to be tough. Big 12 is going to be tough. The ACC with Notre Dame and NC State is going to be interesting. I like what Kentucky did in the portal. Nigeria going to get cooked. Oh, man. Hey, respect to them, though. They absolutely have been playing good basketball. Yeah, Ashley Swatkins is going to be a problem next year. And I see her getting a lot more minutes. It's probably going to be her and Kits at that 5 and that 4, I would imagine. Maryland has been one of the top women's basketball programs since joining the Big Ten and when they were in the ACC. Yes, they're usually very, very competitive. Absolutely. And they don't usually lose a lot of players in the portal. That's why it was so surprising to see them lose Angel Reese, and she's from that area, which was crazy. Yeah, Reagan Beers is a dog. Reagan Beers is a dog out of Oregon State. That was very surprising that she ended up at Oklahoma, in my opinion. I was surprised she chose Oklahoma, but she is definitely going to be able to get her shot off there. Yeah, Oregon State lost a host of players. Yeah, a lot of good storylines. I got to get the video going for the 2025 draft. I also have Player of the Year predictions, transfers to watch for college basketball on the page, so y'all definitely go check it out. We are less than 100 days from the season, guys. It's crazy. Less than 100 days from the season. We are getting there. But yeah, the SEC is going to be a gauntlet. I mean, the SEC is going to be ridiculous. Yeah, LSU needs to get battle tested early. I like that they got Kaylin Gilbert. I like that she's going to be a bucket. I think they're going to be better defensively on the perimeter with Miracle Shepard, Cheyenne Day. If they can unlock Jersey Wolfenberger, hey, it'll be something to see. Yo, hey, don't sleep on Adele Tack either. She's going to be healthy. Yeah, hey, Dawn Staley is extremely excited about Adele Tack. She could definitely be that next one for them. Do not sleep on Adele Tack. Yo, South Carolina is loaded at every position. They are absolutely loaded at every position, y'all. Yeah, I mean, Lucy Olson was the perfect replacement for Caitlin Clark. You talk about the third leading scorer in the nation, right behind Caitlin and Juju Watkins. They have a number one scorer already out the gate, a point guard, Hannah Stokey, and Olsen has never played with players as talented as Sydney Falter and Hannah Stokey. They got a good recruiting class coming in as well. Yeah, Iowa, I completely agree. They are going to be better than a lot of people think. That getting Lucy Olson was huge. That was huge. And we saw Hannah Stokey take a major jump from her freshman year to her sophomore year. Major jump. One thing we know is Iowa's going to get dog walked night in and night out. Yo, they should be better than people expected. But if they are middle of the pack, I wouldn't be shocked in that conference. Because, I mean, Ohio State's going to be tough as well with Jelani Cambridge and Cody McMahon. I don't know if Iowa's better than them. It's going to be tough, man. That's going to be a brutal division. Yeah, Kenny Brooks brought over Georgia Moore. We saw what he did out there in Virginia Tech for so long. Has a point guard to build around. Absolutely. Kenny Brooks has never had the most talented team, but he makes the most of what he got. He got Moore in that clear stats who balled out for VT in the tournament. Yeah, they got some pieces. They absolutely got some pieces. Now, UCLA and USC coming to the Big Ten is nuts. UCLA is a top 5 team in the nation. I mean, the Big Ten is going to be insane. UCLA, USC, Ohio State, Iowa. Like, yeah, USC and UCLA have to be the favorites to take the Big Ten next year. Absolutely. Absolutely. Those are the top 2 teams in the Big Ten right now. They should be the ones fighting for that title. Definitely. Good call. Do you know who is projected to get the number 1 pick? No, I mean, right now it's really between the Mystics and the Wings going by worst record. So it'll be interesting to see if any team falls back. Will the sky drop? Their pick doesn't belong to them, but they did get a pick for Mabry. So it'll be interesting to see, man. But I think if Paige Beckers goes to Washington, joins Aaliyah Edwards, they get Atlanta Dillon back. Jasmine Sykes, Shakira Austin. Like, that is a playoff team for sure. That is definitely a playoff team. Yeah, LSU, man, they need to get battle tested early with so many new players on that squad. They need to get battle tested early for sure. They need to go ahead and get tested. See what you got early. It'll benefit them in the long run. Tournament for sure. Yeah, college basketball, man, less than 100 days away, people. So many storylines. This may be the most talent we've seen in college basketball overall in quite some time. Cupcake schedule is LSU basketball. It definitely has been. It definitely has been. And we've seen them struggle with some of those cupcakes too. Definitely have. Yeah, Maryland did some great things in the transfer portal. Yeah. Hey man, Iowa has a really talented freshman class coming in that people aren't really talking about. They absolutely have a very talented class coming in. Oh yeah, you already know. And Jensen's been around that program a long time. She's been around the program a long time, and that was a perfect hire who understands the culture. It seems like Iowa's at the point where they are nationally relevant. Like, they're going to be able to survive post Caitlin Clark, it feels like. Hey man, that Big Ten is going to be tough. That Big Ten is going to be a gauntlet. Whoever comes out of there will absolutely be battle tested. You can bet that. But I'm excited for Lucy Olson, man. I hope we finally get to see her in the NCAA tournament. Her struggling, her struggling against the likes of Marquette every year in the Big East was annoying, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Keep it real, Brandon. Iowa's in rebuild mode. I don't think they're in rebuild mode. I think they have enough talent coming back. I think they have enough talent coming back to compete. Honestly, all BS aside, by the way, I really think they have enough talent to compete. I think they're going to be better than people think. People are going to be sleeping on them. I absolutely think that they are going to be better than people think. Sydney Fulter, man, when when Molly Davis went out, she stepped into that starting lineup and played great basketball. It was a shame. It was a travesty she was left off that Big Ten Sixth Player of the Year award list last year. Falter is an X factor. Where did Deion Sanders' daughter go? She went to a HBCU, didn't she? She was at Colorado, and then she left there. I believe I think it's like shit. I gotta see. She went to a HBCU. She transferred. I know she was at Jackson State before, and then she went back to the SWAC. Oh, she's at Alabama A&M. She's at Alabama A&M. You think Iowa makes the tournament? I think they got a shot. I absolutely think they have enough talent to make the NCAA tournament. They do. They should be a tournament team. This is the most talent Lucy Olson has ever played with. Lucy Olson will be able to fill that scoring void. And they just got to click. Iowa is more so in the reload mode. They are the front runner for 2 more 5 stars and a 6x4 post. Yeah, and when Deans gets there, oh man, yeah, I think they're more so in reload mode. I think they're more so in reload mode for sure. But y'all, we are knocking on an hour on this live. Y'all let me know, man, in the comments. Holler at me about your hot takes. And we'll go live some more this week. Of course, I got y'all way more content fresh off vacation. I'm recharged. We getting after it this week. Let me know some more topics y'all want to talk about in the chat, man. Hit me in the comments section. Absolutely. Absolutely. No easy wins, man. The Big Ten and the SEC is it's gonna be a great matchup every single night. Must see. Definitely gonna be must see. Button, like button to stay up with all the latest and the greatest with the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Of course, I am your host, Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV. Until next time, man. Y'all know I got y'all. Hey, Pug, that's hilarious. Hey, we appreciate you joining. We definitely appreciate you joining, and we're gonna continue to have more lives throughout the week. So I got you, no worries. You can always watch this one back. This is my second live of the night. We've had some great conversation. Timothy, thank you so much for tuning in, man. Definitely got you covered on the Olympics coming up with the quarters and the rest of the championships, the medal games that will be approaching. I got you. Yeah, there's multiple teams that could win championships. Facts, Tim. Facts. Facts. Hey man, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank you for the continued support. None of this is possible without you guys. And I will definitely take all these topics into consideration, and we will keep y'all up to date with everything throughout this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, I'm Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV, your host. This is the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Hey, good night, y'all. We out.